Now I know you can't really see this, but it's my phone. I'm getting ready to do a live event, and I did not like the thumbnail. So you can actually, if you're doing a live event, you got to do a thumbnail. But if you don't like it, it gives you the option to retake the thumbnail before you go live. So that's what I'm going to do. So I got my Bible here, and I'm just going to hit retake and do a quick thumbnail, and then we'll pull it up on the computer here. So let me see, do I look alright? Huh? I know I didn't shave. I didn't shave. I'm wearing a dress shirt, but I didn't shave. I'm like half and half. Half dressy, half sloppy. I don't know. Let me put my pin there, and it's going to be alright. Okay, so I'm going to retake the little thing, and boom, and then 3, 2, 1, there it goes. Oh man, that's worse than the last one. Okay, hold on. Retake. Retake. Bible. Is that good? Let me see real fast. Yes, this is really what I do. One more time. One more time. Oh, Bible. I don't like that one either. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking it's vanity. It's not vanity. But studies have shown that thumbnails are important for people on YouTube who are looking up videos. So let me see. Yeah, studies have shown. You know, those important studies. What do you think? That might be a keeper. Yeah, that's good enough. I think that's good enough. At least that's the one I'm going with. Yeah. In case you haven't seen it yet, this is our other channel. This is not the Fundamental Home. This is Fundamental Faith right here, Fundamental Faith. And these are the last 3 videos. Actually, this one here is the thumbnail I just took, and I haven't even gone live yet. It's just a thumbnail that's there with no video. And YouTube's kind of strange like that. I don't know if anyone else can see that if they looked on the channel right now. I can see it, but there's no video there. It's just an empty thumbnail, really. But these 2 videos are the last 2 I did, and they are up. You know, here's a 24-minute one, and here's a 48-minute one. I have no idea how long I'm going to go tonight, but there's my phone again. And we're getting ready to go live. And this is always, I don't want to say it's stressful, because it's not really stressful, but I'm just, I got a high sense of awareness. You know, I know that something's getting ready to happen. And I hope it goes well. I hope it goes well. I've prayed for it, so we'll see. Look it up. Look it up when you have some time. It's called "It's Time to Witness" is what it's going to be called, or what it is called. I just haven't done it yet. But I'm getting ready to do it together. You want to do it together? Let's push the button together. You ready? Lean in. Lean in. We're pushing it together. 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, I'm not ready. 5, 4, 3. You see, I'm not ready. You know, I'll tell you something. I know I'm hesitating. You should see how it is sometimes on the Fundamental Home. When we do the Tuesday night live event, man, we do the same thing. Sometimes there's drama about starting. And sometimes we're kind of late getting started because we're either discussing the thumbnail or who's going to push the button and are we ready? Are we ready? Is everybody ready? And then sometimes it's just absolute chaos before we go on. And then you all pop on and see what's going on. But sometimes we're so exhausted because it's been just chaotic trying to get started. So, you know, it's just live events. Live events are something. They're fun. They're fun, but they're also, it's just different. It's just until you do a live event, you don't know what it's like. It's crazy. Anyway, well, I'm about to welcome you along for the craziness. All right, here it goes. I got my Bible. I got my message behind me, but I'll get it in a second. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now. Hey, we're live and alive here. I'm doing, actually, folks, look at this. You see that? I don't know if you've seen me on the Fundamental Home, our other channel, but I've been doing vlogs here and there. So I decided to do a little bit of a vlog of me doing a live event. So here we go. This is real now. I'm being recorded twice. Now this is new territory, never done this before. My wife has done way more videos than I've ever done, and I don't think she's ever recorded it herself being recorded. Totally a different experience. Oh, hello, we got people popping in, that's great. Let me get it up on the screen here. Get it up on the screen. Y'all just wait a second, would you? Be patient with me. I'm doing some video for a vlog for the Fundamental Home. You see? Oh, look at that. You see that? There we are. You see that? Let me put it up there. I'm waving at you. Wait a minute. There it is. There. Now I'm waving. All right. Well, that's exciting. Y'all can see this. Maybe I'll edit it soon. It's all going to be pieces to the vlog. Hey, everybody say hello. Oh, you can't see that. Okay. This is exciting. So I'm going to turn this one off because this is getting way too complicated. Okay? Brand new day. Brand new day. Today's Tuesday now. The live event that you were just watching went over 1 hour. My wife was trying to get a hold of me, and she found out that I was doing a live event, and she typed in and said hello in the chat. And I went an hour and some minutes, and when I was done, I tried to get a hold of her and text her, and I think she was already asleep. She never texted me back. I talked to her this morning, and you know, there you go. So I was doing the live event, she was falling asleep. But I think it went pretty well. I do think it went pretty well, and a lot of people watched it, and that's good. This is the afternoon. They're coming home tomorrow. My family is coming home tomorrow. This is go time. It's time to get this house in good shape. And it's not there yet. It's not there yet. I've got a lot to do. The clothes that I took out, all the little projects that I wanted to start and I did not start, I got to fix it. I got to straighten it all out. I got to make it look like it never happened. You know, I got some stuff to do, some work. I need something to get me going, some pep. I wanted to make some coffee, some of my afternoon coffee. I have coffee 3 times a day, morning, noon, and night. And I need my afternoon coffee, right? I gave my cup a shower. I gave it a bath. And I went to make coffee. My wife did a haul at a dollar store, what you call it? The Dollar General, there you go. Months and months ago. And she bought me a lot of cans of coffee. Many cans of Folgers coffee, there you go. And this is my last can. Can you believe it? My last can. And I'm out. I only had enough to barely put some in the bottom of this filter. So I thought, oh, I need more coffee. So I started looking around the house, and guess what? I have a bag of beans, whole beans, that I had from, they were leftovers from, I did a video for the Frugal Family Food. A long time ago, I made coffee. And I grind my own coffee in the video. Here's the coffee that was left over from that. So I thought, you know what? Freshly ground coffee tastes better than just the regular stuff. So I thought, okay, this might be a treat. Let me grind my coffee. My lovely wife was trying to organize the kitchen, I think, before she went on this trip. And I can't find my grinder. But I'm over there trying to find it. Can't find the grinder anywhere. So I thought about texting her, but she's with her mom and her sister, and you know, this is a one-day deal, and they're together, and I don't want to interrupt them. I have no idea what they're doing. Woman stuff, probably. Woman stuff. So there you go. I thought to myself, I got to go out anyway. I got to go out anyway. So while I'm out, I'll buy a little can of coffee, just a small can. Why a small can? Because my wife, when she does big grocery shopping, she usually adds the coffee into what she buys. So, you know, I'll just buy a little can to get me over the hump until she goes out and does some big grocery shopping. Anyway, so that's the deal. That's the deal. Can't grind my coffee, but I need coffee. I'm going to make, I don't even know how much this will make. Maybe a cup or two. I need something. I need something. I'm going to brew a cup or two with this. It'll probably be watered down. I'll probably be able to see through it. Ooh. Have you ever had coffee where you can actually see through it? I usually like my coffee really dark, really strong. But I might have to drink some watered down stuff just to get me out the door. In case you're curious, there's Lady. Her favorite spots, both in the kitchen. Right here, there she is. and up there. There and there. Most of the time, that's where you can find her. Yeah, the pile's still there. I gotta take care of it. Oh, light's coming on. Oh. So I will take care of the clothes. That's one big project. Oh, lady's crying at me. I got a few dishes I need to take care of. That's not too bad. The vacuuming, I can do that no problem. I was vacuuming last night. I have said this more than one time, that I'm getting things done, but I'm just doing it at a different time, you know? When I vacuumed last night, I did the live event, and I was wide awake. And I vacuumed at 1 a.m. this morning. You know, normal people are asleep. I'm running my vacuum. And even the cat was looking at me funny. Even the cat, she's like, she's doing that deal. She didn't understand what was going on. So, Okay, so I'm going to get ready real fast and run out. And not to really do anything much, then I'm going to find something small, something quick and easy to make for dinner. And get that can of coffee. And that's really all I'm going to do. And I'm trying to find something quick because I don't want to take time to cook tonight. I want to get going because I really want to spend my evening, since we're not doing a Tuesday night live event, which is kind of weird, not doing one till tomorrow night when my family's here. Okay, I understand that. But so tonight what I'm going to do is I'm going to straighten and I'm going to clean and I'm going to organize. Therefore, I need a quick dinner. Because if I'm tied down to the stove, you understand. Those of you that make dinner and meals, you get tied down to the stove. And all this last week, I've been tied down in the evening to that stove. That's become my cooking pulpit. I just stay there and I cook. And tonight, quick and easy dinner. Well, this is how it's been the last couple days. One day muggy, one day cool, one day sunny, the next day raining. It cannot make up its mind right now, but it's coming down pretty good. You don't like it, do you, Bunny? Oh, hey, 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 come on. Come on. Hey. You don't like it either, do you, baby? No. They don't like it at all. Too much rain. Too much rain. There's Squirrel. Now that's the shy one right there. This one's hard to catch. The squirrel doesn't like the rain either. Driving in the rain is something. When the boys got their license, I think that's one of the things I was concerned about. The first time they drove at night, I was concerned about that. Make sure, because it's different when you drive at night. My eyes are bad. Seeing headlights, it's hard for me to drive at night. So I was worried about the kids driving. I'm always worried about them hitting like deer or something like that. And also driving in the rain. Like Brian, he got his license, and I said, well, he's doing pretty good, but has he driven in the rain yet? Because the rain's a little different. You got to drive slower, more cautious. Kind of like when you drive in the snow and things like that, or the ice. I slid in the ice one time in Maryland. Woo! I didn't like it at all. I made a left turn, and the wheels hit that ice, and I just kept on going sideways. It was terrible. And one time driving in the snow, man, it was a piece of wood. It was like a log or from somebody's firewood or something. It was in the middle of the road, and I didn't see it because it was snowing so hard. I didn't see it till I was right up on it. And when I came up on it, I mean, I was on it. The whole car jumped up in the air, bounced up and bounced down, and I didn't slightly pop the tire. It popped like a balloon. It went pop. And there I was on a back windy road in the middle of a snowstorm with a popped tire in the middle of the road. That was not pleasant. That was tough. So you got to drive safe or different in the rain, in the snow, in the ice, weather conditions. I'm always concerned about my kids driving in weather, and I'm concerned about my wife even. The morning they left, you remember I told you it was raining, and I was concerned about that. I was thinking, driving in heavy traffic on busy highways in the pouring rain, did not like it. But I'm very thankful the Lord got them to their destination safe. It was pouring down in a thunderstorm the first time my wife and I went out on, I guess you could call it a date. It really wasn't planned, but it was, we worked the same job or the same place, and after we both got off one night, it was a Saturday, and we went down to the other side of the county to go to a place to eat. Actually, it was Denny's because it was open. It was late on a Saturday. It was like close to 12 o'clock, midnight. It was late. But anyway, this is the first time we ever left the store together, and I guess you could say it was a date. And we were teenagers and we're driving, and it was a thunderstorm, pouring down rain. It was the month of June, the end of June, and I was following her. She was ahead of me, and I remember I could barely see her headlights. And I was not that far away from her. I was close to her, but I couldn't even see her headlights. Not her headlights, her taillights. It was raining so bad. I mean, it was the rain was just hitting. You ever have it like that, where the rain just hits the windshield like in just buckets, or like just I couldn't see anything. And that's how we began, a pouring down rainstorm. Kind of funny. When I was a little boy, I remember many times my dad was in the house, and all of a sudden a storm would come up, and the lightning and the thunder and all that kind of stuff, and the pouring down rain, and all of a sudden my dad had some reason he had to go outside and check on something. And in the middle of the storm, my dad would go outside and stay outside for a while. My mom used to get so mad at him and yell at him to get in the house, that it was a storm and everything, and he would just stay outside and get wet, and just he had to work on something, he had to fix something, he had to cover something. There's always a job to do, and it's never at a good time. But the thing is that now that I'm almost 40, I find myself doing that. I'm inside until a storm comes up, and then I'm outside. I got to check on something. I got to check on the cats. I got to check and make sure the truck's windows are up. I got to go make sure the crawl space, the door's shut. There's always something I got to do. Not to mention, I'm one of these guys, I just like watching the rain. That makes me sound old, doesn't it? Like older folks, they like to go to the park and watch the squirrels and watch all that kind of stuff. I'm getting to be like that. I never used to be that way, but now I like to just sit on the porch and watch the trees blow, and watch the rain, and watch the cats, and I mean, I can sit out there for hours. Before I know it, like 2-3 hours have gone by. It's amazing, how content I am to sit on a porch. It's funny. I'll tell you what, there's a street over here on the right, and off of that street is the house that we rented when we first moved here 10 years ago. This little road right here was my first introduction to home life in North Carolina. So I'm at the Dollar General to get a little can of coffee and something quick for dinner. I'm driving in the truck. My wife calls. You remember my problem earlier. I wanted to make coffee, but the can that I have, one of my favorites, Folgers here, one of my favorites, is empty. It's out. It's done. So I had bag of beans. Remember that? But I could not find my grinder. So I'm talking to my wife on the phone while I'm driving, and she tells me that the pieces to the grinder, or the top, it was a plastic piece. It was the kind that you plug in. It was an electric grinder. It fell off the counter or something or other, and it broke. That's a 10-year-old grinder. That came from Maryland, but now it's broke. I didn't know it, but it's broke. And so now I got some whole beans, and I don't know what to do. Hit them with a hammer? I have no idea. So I said, okay, well, I had already planned to get a regular can of coffee, right? But I was going to get a small one. I got there, and man, I don't know if you're a coffee drinker, sometimes you might understand the coffee prices seem to go up and down all the time. They seem to around here. And I looked at it, looked at the cans, and oh my, the small cans were just about as expensive as the big cans. So I thought, okay, well, I might as well get a big can. And Folgers is my absolute favorite, right? And I don't buy Maxwell House that much, but Maxwell House was really cheap. I don't have the receipt on me, but it was like $4 or something and some change for a big can. And I thought, well, let me show you the can. Here it is. It's a big can. And I'm like, well, Folgers is my favorite, but you know, my dad drank Maxwell House. He still does, so it's kind of like keeping it in the family. I thought, okay, well, maybe I'll do Maxwell House. I haven't done Maxwell in a while. So I bought Maxwell House, okay? And even if I don't like it as much as Folgers, it won't be here long. I go through them quicker than you think. So anyway, well, you probably already guessed that I go through them pretty quick. So what's for dinner? Tuna. I'll tell you something. Me and tuna fish, it's like a love-hate relationship. Sometimes I love it, sometimes I hate it. Sometimes I'm even on the fence. But most of the time, you know, it's one or the other. I was kind of in the mood for tuna. I haven't had tuna in a while. So I usually like to use like wheat bread or sourdough or something like that. But I actually have just plain old white bread. So I'm going to use just plain old white bread. And I know it's just light and fluffy and all that, but it works. It's there when you need it. But here's the thing. I can't just use regular old white bread like this. I toast it. I'm a toaster kind of guy. I like to toast my bread, and not like lightly toast it. I like to just about black. You know what I mean? Toast it, toast it, toast it. I like my steaks well done. I like my bread well done. Okay? I like my bread well done. So I will toast my bread really dark, and then these are little cans. I couldn't find the big cans. These are little dollar store cans. It tastes okay. It tastes like tuna, but they're so small. You know, I'm a grown man after all. You know, I like to have the adult portion. So it's actually going to be, don't gasp or anything, it's going to be 1 can per sandwich. And I'm going to have 2 sandwiches. Okay? 1 can per sandwich, 2 sandwiches. Okay? And afterwards, I'll have my little dessert coffee. And let me see. When my mom used to make me tuna fish a long time ago when I was a little boy, my mom, God bless her, used to cut up, and probably still does, pickles. She cuts up little pickles in the tuna fish. And I was never really a fan of that. I loved everything my mom ever made or cooked, but I wasn't a big fan of pickles in the tuna fish. But she used to put that in there, so I'm going to go pickle-less. I actually like pickles, but not in my tuna. But so no tuna, or I'm sorry, no pickles. But yes to the mayonnaise, and you know what? I haven't decided yet which one I'm doing. I think it was Brian who bought the Dukes. In the South, everybody likes Dukes. So okay, we got Dukes. But when my mother-in-law was here, the mother-in-law, she went and bought Miracle Whip. That's what she likes. So we still have that in the fridge. So it's Dukes or it's Miracle Whip. I'll be honest with you. My entire life, I've never liked Miracle Whip until now. I think I'm going through some kind of change. My taste buds are changing. Everything's changing. I like to sit on the porch and watch the trees. I like to Miracle Whip now. Everything's changing. So I might go Miracle Whip with dark white bread, with 2 sandwiches, 1 can each. And let me see. Oh, you know what else? I probably didn't have you up to that point. If you're not a tuna fan, you're probably thinking like, oof, just tuna fish? my thoughts exactly. I don't want to throw you for a loop, but I don't really like just plain tuna. I mean, I can put this whole jar of Miracle Whip in the tuna, and it still just doesn't taste like anything to me. You know what I do? Here's where my old Maryland roots come out. Okay, in Maryland, there's a lot of seafood. Okay, people go crabbing. People fish. There's just a lot of seafood. It's around the Chesapeake Bay area and everything. They have these containers as a spice. It's Old Bay. Have you heard of it? Old Bay. And we actually have a little can of it. Old Bay, right there. And I tell you what, they use it in Maryland quite a bit on seafood and such. And this might sound strange, but when I have tuna, when I do have tuna, I always sprinkle a little Old Bay on the tuna. And it gives it a little kick. It's not really spicy. It's not really spicy because I don't like a lot of heat. Remember, I just go a little bit sriracha sometimes. I only use a little bit of Old Bay other times, you know. So it's not really spicy, but it adds a little bit more flavor to it. So I kind of like putting the Old Bay on my tuna fish sandwich with my darkened white bread, 1 can each sandwich. Now, let's say I didn't have the Old Bay. Something that we discovered here in North Carolina, and my wife would buy it, does buy it at her discount grocery, is this one. And I'm sorry ladies, excuse me, I hate to even say what it's called, but there's a lot of people around here that use it. It's actually, and it's not meant to be a bad term, it's actually meant to be a term of endearment, almost, love and stuff, but it's called Slap Your Mama, or Slap Yo Mama, okay? Not a big fan of the name, forgive me Slap Your Mama fans, but in our family, we usually call it Hug Your Mama, Kiss Your Mama, Love Your Mama, but it's technically Slap Your Mama. Probably not using that, even though it does taste pretty good. If the Slap Your Mama people are watching, you actually have a tasty product. You do, okay? You really do. Anyhow, tonight, I'm almost 100% certain it's going to be an Old Bay night. You understand that? You've never heard anybody talk that much about a tuna fish sandwich. I tell you what, I'll be honest with you, I shocked myself. I shocked myself. I didn't know I was going to go on for a couple minutes. Tuna? Tuna. So I will say the house is vacuumed. The dishes are pretty good. I have been washing and drying clothes. My clothes are still a mountain on the couch. There's still that mountain on the couch. So I'll have to take care of that in the morning. It's going to be the last day. I knew it was going to happen. And I'll tell you this, live and learn. I will never do that again. If I ever get some time to organize, I will never put everything on the couch like that and leave it. I'll figure out a different way to do it. That was a mistake. But, like I said, live and learn. But I'll take care of that in the morning. There's a little bit of cleaning I want to do, like picking up stuff. So when she walks in, there's like that pop. That pop. It's just nice and clean and spiffy. So I'll pick up a little bit in the morning. So tomorrow will be a day of C's. A little bit of cleaning, the clothes, and church. So a bunch of C's tomorrow. I'll be so glad when they get back. I want to see the kids. I want to see my wife. I miss having my friend in the house. I was thinking, I have never in my entire life, I'm almost 40, I have never in my entire life been alone for a week. This is the first time in my entire life I've ever been alone. And I'm not totally alone. I got the cat. And I'm not totally alone. I got the Lord. And I did go to church, and I have been around people. But as far as living in the house, you know what I mean. I lived at home with my parents. And as soon as I left there, I was with my wife. So, and we've been side by side for many years. And she would take a day trip or a 2-3 day trip. But every time she'd take a trip over the last few years, she'd leave one of the kids with me. Like when she went to, let me see. She went on a trip a while ago, and she left Brian with me. And then when she went to Michigan, she left Ricky with me. She always leaves me with one of the kids. It's the first time I've ever been totally by myself, so it was an experience, you know. And like I said, I feel like I can say been there, done that, and I do not need to do it again. You know, the funny thing about being alone, and this is true, sometimes when I'm around a lot of people for a long time, at work, at home, at church, everywhere, you start to feel kind of worn down and you just want 5 minutes to yourself. And if you can get an afternoon or something like that, or an evening, it seems so good. Oh, I want some time to myself. And then, at least it's true for me, I get it and I think to myself, why did I want this? You know, I much rather be around people. And I'll be honest with you, specifically, I love being around my wife, you know. And this week has really echoed that in my head. But, you know, this time tomorrow she'll be here. This time tomorrow we'll be doing a live event. We'll do our live event after church, so it'll probably be between 9 and 10 o'clock tomorrow. All right, things that I'm thankful for. I'm thankful that my wife and family got to go to the homesteading conference. They got to see family and friends. They got to go to our home church. I think all of it, the entire week, has been a good experience for them. As far as, you know, me here, you know, holding down the fort, I'm very thankful that, you know, the Lord's taken care of me. I've had plenty of food. I have pretty much everything I need. I can't think of anything other than my family that I would like to have here, and that's tomorrow night. They'll be here. It's been a good week, and I've had a lot of time alone with the Lord and the cat. You know, she and I have bonded a little bit. Not so much today. She's been a little ornery, but you know, for the most part, we're getting along a little better. But it's been a pretty good week. It's been a pretty good week. I'm not longing to be alone again for a week, but it wasn't a bad experience. I'll look at it, you know, in the years to come as a pretty good experience. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty good. And I got to share it with you, kind of, a little bit. And it's almost over. Any vlogs from this point on will be with other people in it. You won't just have to see me talking, but maybe we can have some interaction with some others. So that'll be exciting. That'll add a different dynamic, huh? Anyway, thank you for watching. It was fun. I had fun. I hope you did. And all 3 vlogs have been entertaining for me just to do. It's been amusing. It's been kind of educational too, just to play with the editing and try to live like my wife lives a little bit, trying to make videos and stuff. It's been kind of interesting. There's a lot on that editing software that I have no idea. I mean, you can do all kinds of things. You can add music and speed it up stuff. You know what I'm talking about. I have no idea how to do any of that. I like to learn it, but there's no one here to teach me right now. So I'm pretty good at just skipping from scene to scene. So that's what I've done. I've pretty much skipped over my day from scene to scene. And anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good night, and God bless you.
Hey, thanks for watching. I'm really glad you came to visit us here at the Fundamental Home. Make sure if you enjoyed this video that you click the like button, and also click subscribe right below me for more videos coming into your inbox all the time. And also, if you enjoy social media, we've got links up at the top here for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, all the other fun things. And check out thefundamentalhome.com for more information about what we're doing all the time and how we do it, because there's way more details there. And here over to the right, we have some videos that I recommend. So thanks again for coming by, and we'll see you next time. Bye!